Good evening and salutations, my soap opera fans. So, like the title suggests, Ninerism, the height of delusion, part one. We all know how I feel about Nina. This woman is just beyond the point of just delusion. I mean, it's almost like she just rewrites reality herself. We're gonna get into it. We're gonna sit there and talk about all the soaps, Days, B&B, Y&R, all of them. But I want to know, what are your thoughts as far as Nina, aka Ninerism? What's good, Gemini? Thank you for joining. What's good, Gloria? Thank you for joining. Yes, thank you, thank you, thank you. Yes, hit that like button on the way in. Gemini says Albert is warming up his soup. Oh yeah, you know we're about to sit there and cook tonight. Mel is in the chat. What's good, Mel? Queen Nakisha is in the chat. How you doing tonight? Monique is in the chat. What's good, Monique? Nikki says Nina is the definition of self-sabotage. Yes, Nina has hit a whole new height. Sharonda's in the chat. What's good, Sharonda? The amazing Janet is in this chat. How you doing tonight? Gemini says Nina was so mad at Carly until Ava got her together real quick. Like, you're about to lose everything. Yeah, that's very true. Jennifer's in the chat. How you doing tonight? Oh, trust me, I remember that name, but I guess for everyone else. Gemini says, yes, Sonny will ask her, did she do it? But you know, the thing is, when she finds out, she's not just going to lose Sonny. Well, according to Nina, Sonny's going to understand. Monique, it's all good. Black Man is in the chat. What's good? Um, I'm always calling you by your name, and for some odd reason, I'm drawing a blank. Well, what's good? How you doing tonight? Nina at Nina's Girl says yes. Um, Jesus Christ, you gotta sit there and let me know what your name is again, because I'm drawing a blank. I'm glad you're doing good, Black Mon. De Haviland's in the chat. Was good, De Haviland. Shauna's in the chat. Was good, Shauna. I'm also taking a page out of James. Taking a page out of James' book tonight. Chris. Hold on. Shauna says, okay, happy Nina showed her colors. Well, here's the thing. Of course she showed her colors. This isn't the first. Listen, she's been showing her colors for a hot minute. Valerie's in the chat. Was good, Valerie?
The following pronunciation is brought to you by Pronounce Name
Juanita. Jesus Christ. I was not going to sit there. What's good, Juanita? Thank you for joining tonight. Val's in the chat. I'm glad you're doing good, Black Mon. Now, Nikisha says, first Nell framed Carly and had her ready to get electric shock therapy, and now Nina call up the feds. Yeah, exactly. Calling the damn feds. What's good, Juanita? I'm so sorry I actually blanked out on your name for a hot minute. Yes, I'm taking a page out of James, aka James Live Jr.'s, for his Mott's applesauce. Now, Shauna says, did anyone see the look between Carly and Sonny? No, the question, did you see the look that Christina gave Joss? Tell me I'm not the only person that saw that. Tell me I am not the only person that saw that. Yeah, I'm not the only person that saw that. I know I'm not the only person that saw that. Okay, Mom. Because she was like, hey, you want to sit there and take a picture of us? And Josh was like, no, I'm good. And you, listen, the shade look that Christina gave Josh, I was here for it. Michael Smith to act like a prick. Exactly in the case of Christina says, suit yourself too. Yeah. I'm so like I said, I'm so glad I'm not the only person that saw that. Darby's in the chat. Was good, Darby. Gemini said, did Nina forget Drew's her boss? Yeah, but I mean, I don't think that really has anything to do with as far as getting him in trouble. Gemini says Christina tries with Josh, but if she was Christina, she would whoop her ass. Nate's in the chat. Was good, Nate. Hmm. How was it, Self? Well, Lionel was actually pretty good. GH was 50-50. GH was 50-50. I didn't give a damn about the wedding stuff at all. Did not care 1 ounce about the wedding stuff. Days was, man, I don't even remember it. Oh, and now I remember. Well, Tully is a disappointing character, so that sucks. That sucks. And Gemini says if Josh was older, Christina would have whooped her ass. Josh older, Christina would have whooped her ass. Probably so Tracy didn't give a damn about the wedding either. Yeah. Which I'm not gonna lie, her comments did start to get on my nerves. I mean, granted, I didn't really care about the wedding, but I'm like, bro, if you're not gonna make yourself useful in the kitchen, then get out. Like, seriously, leave. Her little snarky remarks was not necessary. Monique says Nina can't forget about developing a relationship with Willow, and the look Christina had Josh was like, you lucky you're in the room. Again, I'm so glad I'm not the only person that caught that. I am so glad I'm not the only person that caught that. Anita's in the chat. Longest wedding in history. Nina's face looks like stone. Mel says I got some news. Oh, okay, so he's coming back that day. Okay. Yeah, she was. I don't know. She was just kind of getting a little annoying, to be honest. What's good, Dolly? Thank you for joining. Yeah, I'm not gonna lie. She has her moments. Yesterday was funny. Today was just. It wasn't one of those moments. And what's good, Miss Gee? Thank you for joining. Gemini says, Albert, that is Tracy all day, never changes. Oh, no, I get that. I'm just saying, like, she was getting my damn nerves down. I don't mind Tracy sometimes, but for some odd reason, it was a little over. You're not helping anything. Your dumb ass is just in the kitchen, just getting in everyone's way. Like, do something. Nikisha said, do y'all think Michael will get in trouble too. Willow won't forgive. Yeah, I said that in my review also. I'm like, isn't Michael going to get in trouble for this as well? Dave, what's good, Dave? I'm confused as to what Victor is trying to get Lisa. Oh, he's gonna poison everyone, and only a few people are gonna live. Like dead ass serious. That's literally how that goes. Um, Nate says I heard a rumor that Cindy could leave Jason, Tom, and June. They're not giving her that much storytelling, so be prepared. What? I like Cindy Wise. I was gonna sit there and say I like Nina. And Ariana's in the chat. Ninerism all over today. I was wishing Christina would have given Jocelyn the slap she deserved. Yes, yes. I'm so glad I'm not the only person who saw that. And what's good, Ariana? Thank you for joining us always. It is a pleasure to see you in the chat. Monique says the only thing Sunny has to do is have Brick trace the phone call on the person who called the SEC on Carly and Jerome. Well, here's the thing, Monique. According to Nina, um, he'll understand. Yeah, Sonny's gonna understand. Yeah, Gemini. I doubt that either. Hell, even Sasha's not gonna forgive. Even Sasha's not gonna forgive. Uh, that was my damn. Oh, even Sasha's not gonna forgive Nina. Makai's in the chat. Was good, Makai? Dave says, "Hey Albert, I'm confused about something. What is Victor wanting Lisa?" All right. Let me just say, what's good, Cat Lady? Thank you for joining us as always. How have you been? Jess is in the chat. So, okay. I love to. Yes, Jess, I had to sit there and bring it. I had to sit there and bring the smoke today. So, Dave, all right, Victor wants to use Lisa to develop some sort of a vaccine because he plans on killing, well, a good half of the population. So he needs Lisa to make sure that the antidote works for his family. That's why he has Lisa. That's right. Let's everyone say what's up to Cat Lady. Big Samuel. Samuel's in the chat. Let's say what's up to Samuel. Samuel, you either came Samuel, you either came in during the right time of this live stream or the right time to join this live stream or the wrong time, depending on depending on how you feel. It says sorry. Well, what I was going to say was, what is Victor wanting Lisa to do? No, I just told you. To make sure that the antidote is going to work for his family. What's good, last day? Last day, I'm loving your video so far. Please keep up the work. Please, please, please keep up the work. You are killing it. Dolly says, I know this is an unpopular opinion, but Carly did commit inside trading. Michael and Drew told her to stay out of it. Oh, no, we're not doubting that. We know Carly did that. I mean, let's be honest. It's not like she doesn't deserve to go to jail for what she did. But this is about Nina and not giving a damn. She wanted revenge more than anything else. That lady says Sonny's going to put all the pieces together. He remembered Nina being on the phone with Martin. Yes, that's very true. Samuel says, I definitely don't like that storyline with Victor. It's so Marvel Comics. Yeah, very Thanos-like. I get that. Just said, took Ava a while, but she finally got through to Nutty. Yeah, I sat there and I was like, boo, your girl's not there trying to give you some info, and you not listen to anything until she realized, until she real seriously, until she realized that Avery and Donna are going to sit there and lose a mother and a stepmother. So it's so stupid. It's so stupid. It takes her a while to sit there and catch up to the rest of the world. Makai says, does Phyllis not realize that ambulance chase the ambulance driver is going to blow her cover? He knows the truth. Of course, last day, I'm just giving you the credit that you deserve. So that is all on you. But I gotta sit there and say I'm loving what you're doing with the channel. So Mel says tomorrow I'm going to beautiful. Sheila's going to get an unexpected visitor, like Mike Gunther, and Sheila's going to pitch him a plan to escape. I'm not. Swear to God, if they do that. And Dolly says, why does she deserve to go to jail? She committed a crime, and Carly. Why doesn't she deserve to go to jail? She committed a crime, and Carly is pretty rich. Blonde woman, she ain't going to do real jail. I mean, here's the thing. Well, I mean, Dolly, you talking to somebody else in the chat, or I mean, because I accept that it's not like she doesn't deserve to go to jail. I'm just saying, like, um, she did this for revenge, and it's Chelsea Brown is in the chat. I'm not saying she doesn't deserve to go to jail because she does. Chelsea Brown's in the chat. Jay Blue is in the chat. Jonathan is in the chat. Jonathan. Grams TV is in the chat. What's good, Grams TV? And Gemini says Carly ain't going to jail. Jonathan, I watched that episode of Riverdale. It was very Tales of the Crypt, and I loved it. I loved it. I was like, wow, this is legit good. So I was hoping you were going to be in the chat tonight because I was like, yo, I gotta tell Jonathan that I watched it. Sammy says, I think Ava telling Nina Carly isn't going anywhere was a way for the writers to tell viewers who don't like Carly that the character is here to stay. Like we don't know that already. Yeah, I was genuinely entertained. I was. I liked it. Like I said, it brought me back to the Tales of the Crypt days, and I was like, all right, I was like, I'm here for it. Gemini says they have to prove that she did insider trading because she and Drew are married. Does that matter if they're married or not? Very curious about that. Very curious about that. Wink Wink says, hey Albert, Nina has some nerves. She never paid for her crimes. Pot kettle black. My whole thing is, it's not even so much about that. It's like she's not understanding. She keeps there blaming Carly. And Ava even said, listen, it wouldn't have mattered if she would have knew that, I don't know how much of that would actually make sense. My point is, Ava was meant to trying to give her some advice. And it's like, um, Ava was meant to trying to give her some advice. And it was like, nothing was going through. Johnson says, I remember the cartoon spinoff. Oh, yeah, Crypt Keepers. Yeah, that was literally on ABC. I'm not going to lie. I'm surprised. I'm surprised. I'm surprised they actually put that on there. I do remember that. Jesus Christ. Wow, that brought me back. And then it says some girls tell on themselves like stupid Nina. Apple was in the chat. Was good, Apple. Thank you for joining us. Hope you had a great day. Shannon said was good. Boston came back from Dollar Store. Ariana says Nina dug two graves today. I look forward to her burial. Yeah, it's one of those things where it's like your girl's not there trying to give you advice, and she's not there telling you that you're gonna wind up losing Sunny. But the thing is, here's the thing: even if she didn't care about Sunny, even if she was like, listen, this is men come and go, whatever. It doesn't matter because you're going to lose Willow. You're going to lose access to Wiley, and it's going to be all your fault. Point blank. Period. Shauna says she's going to say, I follow your advice. That's exactly what she said in the beginning. She was like, oh, well, you practically the one that gave me the idea. I'm like, are you serious, lady? Gemini says Ava told Nina that even if she knew Willow was her daughter, Willow did not tell anyone she had cancer. So you cannot blame Carly. But exactly. Is that you said it best. Thank you, Gemini. So this whole exactly. This whole, oh, well, I want to have so much time, I have less time with her. It's like, and even Ava was like, listen, she didn't want to sit there and take treatment because of the baby. Like, none of this made sense to her. But that's a level of delusion that only Nina can achieve. Which is why, and I said in my review, I'm like, listen, if you know Dragon Ball Z, you know about Ultra Instinct. So it's pretty much like that, except for like, completely ass backwards. Johnson says Willow is really going to hate Nina if Michael goes down also. Yes, I've been wondering about that too. Latasha says, I don't really know who is more delusional, Phyllis or Nina. I definitely got to sit there and well, that's a damn good question. I mean, I don't know Phyllis that well. Phyllis is also delusional, and I did sit there and say in my review. Now, Samuel says, I really don't like that Carly took it upon herself to make Willow. What? I thought that was very disrespectful for her. I don't care what nobody says. Okay. I don't see how it was disrespectful. I mean, she did tell, here's the thing though. Now, Samuel says she could have welcomed her as a daughter-in-law, but that's it. I didn't, I didn't think that she took her in as a daughter. Ariana says that's Nina trying to blame it on Ava because she gave her the idea. Seriously, nothing's her fault. Exactly. Yeah, I did hear about that, Jonathan. Made me think about the old Jerry Springer days, which is actually kind of crazy because when I was a kid, I loved that show. It was like, man, I can't stand that show. But yeah, she didn't take her in as a daughter or a daughter-in-law. Yeah. Now Jess says she's close to Carly and loves her. That doesn't make her a Spencer girl. Oh yeah, like a daughter. Yeah, that's just being close to her. And it's not like my whole thing is like, yeah, that no. I'm sorry, but I can't follow that train of logic down. Winkler says, did you catch the way that Christina and Josh eyed each other? Watch. Yes, yes. We were just talking about that too. Wink, wink. My whole thing is like, the reason why she's not invited to the wedding is because of her and no one else. Yes, yeah, Sean, yeah, R.I.P. Jerry Springer. Ethel says Carly never really embraced her Spencer roots anyway. Yeah, and she never. Yeah, Cat Lady says I can't wait for Christina to beat down of Jocelyn. Yeah, it should be very interesting. I did love the look on her face. Sammy says Carly is always doing some underhanded ish. She already knows that ish is going to cause drama. Carly can't get out of the way. Her A lied just like Nina, but Carly ain't being ousted. And I feel like I need something stronger to actually have this conversation. I'm gonna have to get back to that one for a minute. But yes, just I asked the same question. I was like, why is Sam officiating a wedding for her? Like that literally made zero sense. Jay Blue says I like when casting picked the right actor. Donna looks like she could be Maurice Rothschild. Wiley is looking more like the actor who plays now. Yeah. Anita is in the chat. What's good, Anita? Aneta. What's good, Aneta? I hope I'm saying your name right. Krista says Jocelyn declined the picture because Michael would not have Sonny and a picture with his daughter, Amelia Jocelyn, look his lead. Oh, took his lead and declined the fact that Josh don't like currently like Sonny. Now, Krista says Sam wasn't pointing to Willow during the day. It's kind of a stretch, but okay. Um, that's. I think they just needed her to get. I think they just needed to get her something to do. Anita, thank you, Jonathan. Thank you, thank you. There's somebody else in this chat that has your name that's like kind of pronounced like your name. So my bad. And Anita, yes, thank you. You know, it's funny. I actually wrote that down too. Jay Blue says, I thought of you, Albert, when Molly took the first picture with Michael next to Sonny. I'm like, dude, fix your face. Yeah, exactly. I was like, yeah. I feel like I should actually have something stronger since I knew this. Since I knew this was gonna happen. Samuel says Carly lied about Willow's paternity, but nobody is making keeping her blocked. Nina didn't tell them Sonny was alive, but somehow Nina is worse than Carly. I gotta stop with the BS. Krista says because Christina was a last minute invite. Samuel says I could definitely rock with this show if they gave Carly more consequences. Here's the thing. Well, let me go back to your first comment. My whole thing is, yeah, Carly did some stuff, and no one is denying that. No one is denying that Carly did that stuff. Um, thank you, Valerie. Thank you. Yes, hit the like button. It actually really does help. I have no idea where we are with the like situation, but hit the like button. Thank you, Valerie. Lastly says, I'm just happy Michael and Willow wedding finally took place. I didn't care about the wedding. So Sam and Willow are friends. When that happened, Sam was officially in the wedding. Made absolutely no sense. Yeah, it really didn't. Anita says the drama between Nina and Carly is legit, but they are really making Nina unhinged. I don't think she needs to be unhinged for them to keep it up. And Jess also says Carly is not better than Nina, but I can root for her more because Nina is just delusional. Exactly. I seriously cannot keep up with the comments today. Um, Johnson says, imagine if Dex cheated on Josh with Christina. Ron, what's good, Ron? Samuel says, Carly, consequences so minuscule they highlight what others do wrong constantly until they almost make viewers forget how horrible of a person Carly is. I don't, well, Nina has just been a punching bag. Now, Samuel says, Nina has just become a punching bag and that ish don't sit right with me. What's good? What's good, Jakaris? Thank you for joining. Well, my whole thing is like, listen, my whole thing is this. Nina comes across as very delusional. You know, she honestly thinks that she's going to literally, um, she honestly thinks that she's literally going to sit there and cheat Sonny. When your girl's not there telling you what you're doing is wrong, and you're still hell bent on getting revenge, and you don't really care about the consequences that's going to happen to. Because my whole thing is like, she's not there trying to do this whole I'm gonna get back at Carly. But my whole thing is like, you're literally going to wreck your own relationship with Sonny. You're going to wreck your relationship with Willow, and by extension, with Wiley. So, what does that do for you in the end? That's my whole thing. What's good, Kyrie? Thank you for joining. It's not so much that Nina is a punching bag. It's like she does. My whole thing is, at the end of the day, she does dumb shit. Okay, so she does dumb shit, and people call her out for said dumb shit. It's not really a difficult concept. Bringing up Carly's transgressions doesn't make Nina look any better. At the end of the day, it's like I said in my members only video. Bringing up Carly's transgressions does not make Nina look better. At the very least, the only thing that your snitch is saying is that you have two shit characters. But it doesn't make Nina look any better. That's the bottom line. Dolly says, I don't think Nina is perfect, but everyone seems to gloss over the inroads she made with Willow pre-Nixon Falls. Now, Jeff says people bring up Carly past, but it doesn't make Nina less crazy. Yeah, that's. Carrie says, I told y'all my Ava was using reverse psychology, trying to. You know what, Carrie, you did actually call it. You so did call it. Samuel says Nina may seem delusional, but the basis of the character is lost. She lost time with her husband. She lost time with her children. She lost her life. She's trying to regain time and things she's lost. Okay, that kind of sounds like a bunch of excuses, but sure. Mm, Ethel says Sheila needs to put away. She needs to be put away in a jail for her crimes and saying sick to death of her. Samuel says anyone who loses everything will fight to try and get her life back, and that may take long. And that kind of seems like excuses, but sure. Um, honestly, tell you, well, honestly, to tell you the truth, for me, Jakars, I don't really care. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I mean, it's one of those things where it's like people win and people lose. And to be honest, I'm kind of finding, the whole process of the Emmys to be kind of stupid when I really learned about it. Samuel says you don't have to agree, but everyone seems to forget that about Nina as well. She's been a punching bag since she came on the show, and she's also bullied Willow since she came on the show. So, it, I mean, I get it. Nina's lost a lot of stuff. You know, she had a troubled past, but my whole thing is like I'm not going to sit there and pretend somebody isn't delusional just because they had a shitty past. No, it's this thing called therapy. Read a book. Try to improve on yourself. No, 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 no. You have to sit there and find somebody else that's a little more sympathetic to me. Um, Simon says you don't have to like it, Albert. I'm just saying that this show has spent years making excuses for Carly and was still enduring the terrible character. Tamara! And Tamara's a member. What's good? Hey everyone, a heartfelt thank you to support super supporters who sponsor my yes. Tamara, we're gonna have a lot of fun. We're gonna have a lot of fun in these member live streams. So yes, thank you every member in here for sponsoring Tamara and welcome her to the group. I mean, I get. Yeah, here's the thing, Samuel. I get what you're saying. You know, at the end of the day, you know, I'm so love and everything like that. But I look at it and I always sit there and say to myself, I'll say this. I mean, you know, again, it comes back down to Carly. When we sit there talking about Nina and the level of delusion that she has, it's like saying, well, Carly's done this and Carly's done that. But here's the thing, though. Take Carly aside for a minute. Okay, because you can't use a character to prop up another character. Character needs to stand on their own for the things that they've done. That's the thing, you know. Now, Carrie says a huge shout out to Darby. He was the one who sponsored her yesterday. Yes, shout out to Darby. Actually, you know what? I need to write that in my. All right, I'm gonna have to sit there and give him a shout out in my. Yes, Darby. Shout out to Darby. Shout out to Darby. Um, I'm gonna have to put you in my community tab. So I don't know where my pen is at, but yes, I will definitely give Darby a shout out. My whole thing is like, you know, when you're sitting up there trying to defend a character, you're propping up a character, whatever it is, using another character to do so doesn't make that character better. It doesn't matter what it is. It's you know what? We'll take Carly and Nina out the equation for a minute, right? And we'll put in Phyllis and Diane. Okay, everyone can sit there and defend can like Phyllis and not like Diane. But if people calling out Phyllis for her stupidness, putting Diane's past to the light is not going to make Phyllis a lot brighter. That's just that's just how that works. So, you know, for me, I always find it very funny when the people that like Nina will defend Nina. And I'm like, listen, you can sit there and defend her on her own. When you start bringing Carly into the mix, it's like it doesn't. It's exactly. Thank you, Ariana. You cannot use one person's transgressions to excuse someone else's. Thank you, Ariana. Perry says, like Brock said, at this point, Nina might as well own it and say, yeah, I did it, now what? Yeah, yeah. Instead of sitting up there being like, oh, well, I sent it anonymously, no one's going to know. And then Sonny's going to be okay with it. Like, what? Now, just as right, Albert, people make so many excuses for her. Yeah, just the mental gymnastics that people do to sit there and try to go over backwards to defend Nina's actions. Um, exactly. Just as even Ava couldn't defend her today. Not only here's the thing, just not only could she not defend her, but she is literally sitting there telling my boo, "Yo, listen, you're gonna, you know what I'm saying? Like what you're doing isn't right. You're gonna wind up losing Sonny and everyone because of that." So not only was she couldn't defend her, but she couldn't even sit there and say to her like, "Come on, what are you doing?" Catley says Carly has Diane because of Sonny. So yeah, Carly and Josh and Mike don't want anything to do with Sonny, but don't mind using his band. Yes, that's very true. And it's funny too because I'm pretty sure Brock TV said the same thing. Sammy says, but if you ain't going to make a character that ain't never paid for their mess, it's kind of hard to look at other characters and expect them to pay. Hmm. Yeah, I don't even, I don't even have a comment for that. That's something I gotta sit there and think about. Gemini says Nina issue is with her mom. No, I know why she keep in the coma. Oh my God! Thank you, Ariana. Thank you so much. You are like Rocky in this movie. Thank you, thank you, and also thank you again. Oh my God, thank you. It's one of those things where it's like, just as why do people keep saying Carly never paid for her crimes? How? Here's the thing. I'm not even gonna go into that. I just look at it, and again, for me, I don't find that to be a viable defense whatsoever. Um, the whole, but Carly hasn't paid for her crimes, and Carly hasn't sat there and paid for this, and Carly hasn't. It's not going to make people look at Nina in a different light. Exactly why I said that I needed a drink to actually have this conversation because it's very difficult to have this conversation sober. Um, Johnson says Sonny definitely going to be upset with Nina, especially if Michael ends up in trouble with the law. Yeah, but she didn't think about that. Her dumbass didn't think about that. She was so hell bent on Nina, on Carly. Toronto says not a defender of either, but on what you do. If you do it, don't leave my name in it. Didn't, you didn't accept it. Now, Daisy Fly, what's good, Daisy Fly? Daisy Fly says Avery is responsible for the death of 3 people. She never paid. Sonny has killed numerous people. He's never paid. In case said, I remember when Carly was locked up for Belle lying about being pushed down the stairs. I remember Carly being shot, being in a coma. Carly was pregnant and chained to a damn wall. Now, Ariana says, "You're welcome." I'm not patient. I mean, I love what I do. So it's not a level of patience. It's just a level of man. I should have like I literally should have actually got some alcohol. for this conversation now. Anita says people have forgotten all the ish Carly has done, though, and survived. She is not a fan favorite because of the writing alone. Sis has been through it and survived beautifully and logically. Yeah, and logic is definitely not well, it's not Nina's friend, I'll tell you that much. Graham CV says nobody on the soaps paid for their crimes except for Sean Butler, Steven Weber, and yes, Matt Hunter also. Felicia, Felicia. Hey, I can't stand Nina or Ava. Oh, hey, Albert, how you been? I'm good, Felicia. How have you been? It's been way too long. Been way too long. How have you been? Dated Flow says Nina needs serious help. Samuel said y'all got into y'all got y'all I got y'all in y'all feelings today. Well, not really, but well, I can't speak for everyone else, but for me personally, um, well, sweetie. Well, good, Felicia. It's been too long. So yeah, I will sit there and say you've definitely been missed. As soon as I saw your name, I was like, Felicia. Um, Nikisha, all this stuff Nell pulled Carly and her family through had nothing to do with Sonny. That was Jack's fault. Ron says, Albert, I'm assuming that Nick doesn't want Nate with his sister. And you assumed correctly. Duwan is in the chat. What's good, Duwan? Jakar says Carly never paid for what she did. Tit for tat. And Jess said, not in my feelings. And Samuel says Carly deserves all of it. Yeah, I mean, I don't really understand what that has to do with Nina, but yeah, sure. Um, Felicia says, "Oh, so sweet of you to say that. Miss you too." Yeah, it's great to have you back. It's great to have you back. So I'm glad you're here in the chat, and it's just really good to see you. I mean, my whole thing is like when it. Okay, so here's the thing: when it comes to these consequences and you know what people pay for this, people pay for that, and this person didn't pay, and then the scales and everything like that. I can sit there and go tit for tat on that all day. Okay, this ain't about that. This is about why people don't like Nina. Point blank period. That's literally what this is. This is literally about why people don't like Nina. Now, yeah, people can sit there and defend Nina. I always sit there and like to joke about it because I'm like, again, bringing the transgressions of one person doesn't make the other person looks better. But this isn't about what Carly paid for, what she didn't pay for, what Sonny paid for. That's not that's somewhat irrelevant to me personally. Nikki said, "I'm convinced that Nina fans aren't Nina fans. They're just or or maybe they have Ninerisms. Maybe they have Ninerisms." Ariana says, "I feel a second bottle of wine." You know, Ariana, as much as I would love wine, especially at this point right now. Um, it makes me extra sleepy, and so it's like I really want it, but I know I shouldn't have it. And what's good, Freddie? Thank you for joining. How have you been, Freddie? Samuel says, when I say pay, I mean breaking down a character to take an introspective look at how they have operated and treated others. We'll love to watch Carly go to counseling and attack her own demons. Now, Jess says Maxie walked in dressed for a funeral. Johnson says one of these days Nina might snap. Well, you mean she might snap again? Because Jonathan, the last time she snapped, she made Ava go into pregnancy, or well, she made Ava deliver her child early, and then took that same child and practically was going to go to Canada. So I would sit there and say it would be twice, not really once, but twice though. But yeah, as much as I would love wine, I'm going to be honest. I got the wine standing by, like right over there. But Monique says actually like Nina when she was with Valentine, and believe it or not, with Franco. But the minute she got with Sunny, I'm like, hell no. Nah. Yes, hit that like button. It really does actually help. I have no idea where we are in the like situation. Wow. Oh my God, we actually got 48 people. I didn't actually look at how many people we had in the chat. Oh my God, this is amazing. Seriously, where are we with the like situation now? Got 48 people. We got 30 likes. Okay, that's not that bad. If you are enjoying the stream, hit the like button. Um, seriously, hit the like button. It really does help. Does recommend people to the channel, and yeah. Oh my God. Freddie says I'm good, and I'm also tired of Michael's stink attitude towards. Yeah, I'm not gonna lie. He was Freddie. I'm right there with you. I'm right there with you. Now, Cat Lady says I like Nina when Michelle Stafford was played by her. Um, Gemini says Nina snapped when she came to town seeking revenge on her husband when she thought, yeah. Well, I wouldn't sit there and say it was so much a snap. Like, snap means like she lost concept of reality at that point. Like, the whole Ava thing. Marsha, 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 Marsha. Marsha, I miss saying that so much. How have you been? Um, One thing says Nick has been living in a glass house for too long for it okay for him to call out other people doing. But when is that, I'm not gonna lie, Monique, that part annoyed me because I was like, bro, are you really coming at Victoria with the same damn thing that you did not that long ago? And even when Victoria's like, listen, let it go, leave it alone. I don't, you know, I don't need your input. Well, I'm gonna sit there and give it anyway. What? Famous says because that's exactly what the wedding is going to be, a funeral. Yeah. Listen, I wish I was actually drinking tonight. I wish I was actually drinking tonight. But part of me is actually kind of happy I'm not drinking because then I'm a little bit more sober and I have a little bit more control. Yes, I did, Jonathan. I did watch days. Anita says, I still don't believe Nina and Will are twins. And this thing is going so damn fast. For real, Valerie. Valerie, you know how I tend to get when I get a little tipsy. Johnson says, what do you think of Sloan's revenge storyline as a whole? Um, I'm surprised her brother doesn't give that much of a damn about her. And I'm completely disappointed in Talia for just being this very weak-minded girl. Ariana says, what a wedding gift Nina will give Willa. Have a good night, Kyrie's. It was great seeing you in the chat, as always, my friend. Um, Daphne says, Happy, do you remember when Crazy Nina told her grandson that grandfather was alive? And Crazy Nina told, no, actually, I don't. I do. Here's the thing that happened. I do remember. I do remember when Nina told Wiley that Willow wasn't her real mother, which I was like, wow, really, bro? And the thing about Nina, because I can go on Nina all damn day, but man, I actually almost forgot. I actually kind of forgot what I was going to sit there and say. I'm not even drunk for that. Oh, they'll come to me. Ron says Nick should be happy for his sister. What is his problem? I understand that Nate is a player and a cheater. Maybe he doesn't want his sister to be heartbroken. Big Samuel says, good night, y'all. Although I stand by everything I said about Nina and Carly, I just came here to stir up the pot. Great job, Samuel. It is always a pleasure to sit there and go back and forth with you. So have a great night, Samuel. Hope I get to see you in the next live stream. My guy, Samuel. Monique says, I so wanted Sonny to say, Michael, where was all of that? This takes Sonny down when I killed you. Yeah. Kelly says, Rage is working against. Robert's rage is working against him. No, not really. Um, like for me, it's always fun. But like I just sat there and I was like, in a lot of ways, I was like, part of me wants to sit there and have a drink and be like, all right, let's really get into this. Now, I did some things that I was going to get off in a little bit for a couple of reasons. One, I have to wake up super early. Two, also, James, my buddy, my friend, JLJ Media is going to be discussing some Emmy nominees, like the daytime nominee stuff, him and some friends or whatever. So if you're interested in that, head to my friend James' channel, JLJ Media, because that's where he's going to be doing all of his predictions and stuff like that. He gets into the daytime Emmy stuff. So Johnson says, hope Nina doesn't end up like Heather Weber. Anita said, yeah, I enjoy all views. Yeah, I had the same thing with me. Same thing with me. Graham Caesar said, Iceland's brother was behind the biscuit, but he really a prick. Yeah, I'm like, yo, you really don't give a damn about your sister. Well, she's a good lawyer. She'll figure it out. Wink, wink, have a drink, and let's really get into. Have a good night, Felicia. Work early tomorrow. Have a good night, Felicia. Hope I get to see you tomorrow. Hope I get to see you tomorrow. Also, if I have not said this enough, this weekend is going to be crazy, and I mean crazy good. Everything goes well. We're gonna have a couple of collabs. I'm not gonna sit there and say any names, but it's gonna be some good people. We're gonna get into it. We're gonna really get into it. So, Ron says, so Albert and everyone else in the chat, do you trust these writers with Sheila being in jail for long? Because everyone knows. Um, it's funny, Ron, because I was actually thinking about you when I was doing my review, and I'm like, yo, listen, they let this chick out again. Monique says Nina and Heather Weber, it's the same JLC crazy meets crazy. Now, Anita says, what and how exactly did Chad do get nominated for? What has Michael done to deserve an Emmy nomination? See, hmm, Marshall, I actually do too. Are you kidding me? Julia says, I'm trying to figure out why Sloan is American. Yeah, exactly. My God, Dolly, I felt like I could have used you when I was doing my review because, yeah, you're 100% right. And that did not, yeah, I said the same thing. I don't know why that didn't come in my review. Cat Lady says, why didn't Steffi need to go see Sheila like a cartoon? Yeah, Davlin says, Albert, do you remember when Crazy Nina told her grandson that his grandfather was alive and was a secret? Actually, tell you, the truth, yeah. When you said that, yes, I do remember that. I do remember that. That's very true, Anita. She actually, listen, I love my girl Cindy Watts, okay? I don't give a damn about Nina, but I love my girl Cindy Watts. But here's my thing about the Emmys, about these Emmys. Um, I'm not a fan of them. I'm trying to be nice since I'm actually not drinking tonight, but I'm not a fan of the Emmys. I don't like the process of it. I don't like the idea that you can sit there and give like a 10-second clip, and that's supposed to be your whole body of work. It's there's just something about it that I'm just not really a fan of. I don't feel like a 10-second thing really shows somebody's full body of work. Number one, I really don't. So I don't understand why they're doing it like that. That to me is just stupid. Just well, you're not drinking, I'm sure. Jess, that's actually funny and that's also kind of sad too. But yeah, that's yeah. Valerie says out of context clips. Yeah, exactly. It's so. Marsha says, so if you were drinking, would you not be nice? That is fine. Um, it depends how much I'm actually drinking, to be honest. I'm being dead ass serious, Joe. I'm not even joking about that. But yeah, Jess. So. Now Dolly says, oh, I found out some people didn't submit this year. Also, 10-second clips is also not 10-second clips is 10 minutes. Okay. All right. I just, okay. So maybe that's it. But I don't know. I don't know. I feel like I'll be watching the MTV Awards all over again. There'll be people I would like that will want to win. There'll be other people I don't like that will want to win. I I like the idea that these people are getting recognition for their work. Um, that's yeah. And there's some people that got picked. Hmm. I'm not fully in support of it. I'm not fully in support of it. I know the people that got picked. I'll just sit there and say I'm not happy about it because I don't think it really makes a lot of sense. Again, I'm trying to be nice because I know that I'm going to piss off some people in this goddamn chat. But yeah. Now Shauna says Drew Albert, remember Drew told Carly Nina was throwing hints and Carly brushed it off. Yeah. And she ain't brushing it off anymore now. Dolly said you guys gotta remember we used to have like 10 soaps. There's no way you could watch. Yeah, no, I get that. You actually do have a point. Oh, NYC, New York City. You have a point though, Dolly. You do. Hmm. You have a point about that. I will give you that. So he says Ava and Carly didn't submit this year. Yeah. Brian says I'm confused that Days of Our Lives will be the overall winner. I'm confident. Oh, okay. Thank you, Marsha. I appreciate that. I actually really do like the shirt. Gemini says Albert, the Emmys have been doing this for years, not to hurt your head. Yeah, no, I get that. I mean, I was never really watching the Emmys. Even when I started doing reviews, I never really sat there and watched the Emmys. So this was fun. Freddie says Nell and her mother Nina and Nina mother Madeline are a sandwich. Oh, that's what it is. Yes, yes, yes. I knew I forgot something. So another example of Ninerisms is her revival of history. That's a damn good question, Cat Lady. Is he actually alive? That's something else. That's a really good question. But here's something else. So Nina was defending now like there was no tomorrow. Sitting up there saying, well, if Nell would actually have my love and this, that, and the third, and Nell wasn't really a bad person. She was just what was it? She was misunderstood. Nell was misunderstood according to Nina, right? When Nina had to sit there and testify for Michael with the whole Wiley against Nell thing, she called her out. Then when she got to her office, she really called her out. Like she really went in on her and saw Nell for the POS that she was. But the minute that she found out that she was her daughter, oh, the script changed like there was no tomorrow. And I sat there, I was like, is this chick serious? Or as Valerie, using a line for Valerie, this heifer just really try to revive history by saying that Nell was misunderstood. Well, not that long ago, you really went in on her. That's just how Nina is. Nina will sit there and revive history. Val, you know how to sit there and take a page out of your book. But come on, Valerie, you're not gonna sit. I was right. I'm right about that. Delicious used to prefer the soap opera digest awards. Those were the awards that were fun and had more categories. Hmm. I don't remember those. But I was also, it's funny. I don't know if I don't remember actually watching those. Freddie says Willow is the only stable one out of the family. Yeah. And Freddie, that's a miracle seeing how her adopted mother at the time was Harmony. That pretty much had her in a cult and gave her to Shiloh to do God knows what with. So the fact that she's stable at all is nothing short of a miracle. Nothing short of a miracle. But as fun as this was, and this was truly fun, I'm gonna have to sit there and end the stream right here because I do got to wake up early in the morning tomorrow. Um, but if you want to sit there and get all the gossip and stuff like that about the Emmys and stuff like that, head to my boy James, JLJ Media. Tell him that I sent you. Um, 'Cause, that's my guy right there, James. He's gonna be sitting there talking about all the different Emmy nominated and stuff. Marsha says Willow looks so pretty. Well, the power of makeup, I'll tell you that much. Have a good night, Monique. Thank you for joining. Valerie says, thank you, Albert. This was fun. Yes, it definitely was. Have a great night. I look forward to seeing you tomorrow. Have a good night, Marsha. See, this is why you got to come in and chat more. We got to come in the live stream more because I love that they're saying that. Have a good night, Marsha. Have a good night, Shauna. Jay Blue says, did they nix the Nell character returning? I don't know if there ever was a. I think there was a lot of rumors, to be honest. Ron says, Albert, what's your take on this? Do you think Marcus should have been professional? Um, yes. Yeah, I do. I still do think that. Have a good night, Freddie. It was really great to see you in the chat. Have a good night, Dolly. Have a good night, Ariana. Thank you. I went. I would think of you on my way to Starbucks tomorrow. Yes, I would think of you as well as I go to Starbucks. And again, thank you so much, Ariana. You are amazing. I am truly blessed to sit there and have you as one of my subscribers. If I do not tell you that enough, so thank you so much. Johnson says, join us next time for another edition of Soul Chat with Albert Bostic. I'm actually gonna sit there and take a pen and write that down. And I also gotta sit there and never find anything here. Okay. Have a good night, Ron. Have a good night, Duan. Thank you for joining. Have a good night, Dolly. It was great to see you. Have a good night, Sharonda. Thank you for joining. Like I said, head over to my guy James, JLJ Media. He's gonna be sitting there, doing all the dishing and dirt about the Emmys. I'm gonna say you're welcome. I'm enjoying the ride. Well, thank you. Yes, Gemini, yes, hit the like button on the way out. It really does actually help. Like seriously, I think we got like 49 more people in here because people hit the like button. We are growing. Um, I have to tell you the truth, hopefully by the end of the year, we'll have about like 100 people up in this chat. Like dead serious. So, and that's that's gonna happen because people hit the like button. And also me trying to do my job as far as being somewhat entertaining. Um, I had to sit there and write that exit again. Um, yes, hit the like button on the way out. It really does help. Have a good night, Grams TV. And thank you, Gemini. Thank you so much. Oh my God, you have been a blessing in this live stream, and I truly do mean that. Yes. Thank you, Ariana. Thank you so much. Stay safe, everyone. I look forward to seeing each and every single one of y'all back here tomorrow. Also, this weekend is going to be pretty good. If everything pans out, we're going to be having some collabs. Not going to say any names, but it's going to be a lot of fun. So, definitely, as my friend James says, stay tuned. And I will see y'all in the next live stream. Laters.